Welcome to the beer garden in front of the Grand Fig and the smoldering fire pit. Let's get right to this brew review of this round. Not from Hawaii is Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha, weighing in at 95.6% water. Highly requested for this brew review. This Hawaii beer brewed in California, Colorado, Georgia, Oregon, and New Hampshire. How about that? Hey, if you're here because you like beer, please tell me your town and state or town and country where you are viewing from. I'm going to be rating this brew out of 5 stars. How good a brew is it? And speaking of town and state or town and country where you are viewing from, I made a note on the back of my sold out cheap brew review coaster set where you're viewing from. Shout out to Wilkesboro, North Carolina, Austin, Kentucky, Livermore, California, and Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Good to have you along for the brew review. Tell me your town and state or town and country where you are viewing from. All right, let's get back to the beer. 4.4% alcohol. I haven't had this in a long time, but it has been highly requested. And you can check out you got the Liquid Aloha, it says right there. Got a map of Hawaii on the bottle, and who doesn't like a good map of Hawaii? All right, let's go ahead and pop the top and see what we got on this not Hawaii brew. We're gonna be drinking this out of the OG, the original blue labeled, sold out of Beer Snob's cheap brew review pint glass. I've never been to Hawaii, but my parents were married in Hawaii, and apparently this brew has never been to Hawaii either. It did originate, I had to do a little bit of research in it. It originated and is still brewed in Hawaii, but for those of us on the mainland, they brew it on the mainland, and the only place you can get the Hawaii brew is in Hawaii, which I guess it sort of makes sense. Fresher here in the contiguous 48, so can't knock them for that. They are attentive to the freshness, apparently. All right, time for, as we do here on the brew review, time for the nose, shall we? The nose. I am detecting hints of Spam frying in a pan. Beach towel after all day. Sunscreen and sweat. There we go, with a slight citrus hint. I really know nothing about Kona Brewing. Well, like I said, I had a bottle or two of it a long time ago. This will be sort of interesting being at 4.4% and a lager. I just drank a 9.8% IPA. So I consider this a palate cleanser, if you will. Also, town and state, town and country where you are viewing from. And if you would, please tap the subscribe button down below and maybe the like button too, because I have low self-esteem and approval from strangers on the internet. Makes me feel very good about myself. Thank you. Oh, and speaking of, this right here is the super thanks. Please tap that super thanks down below. If you don't see it, look for the 3 dots, tap that and you'll see super thanks. It's a tip jar, essentially, for this channel. We turn that money right back into more beer and gear for the channel. $1, if we could have like $1 for every person who views this, that'd be awesome. $1, $2, whatever. We've had the latest, our biggest one-time drop, $50. From Kennebunkport, Maine. Thank you for super thanking us from the Kennebunkport, Maine with $50. Our biggest one-time drop to date. So thank you for that. All right, beer's getting warm. The time for the liquid to hit the lips, and tell me what brew you're drinking or what you're drinking while you're watching this brew review down below. All right, cheers. Poker face. I don't want to give anything away right now because I'm going to be scoring this out of 5 stars right at the end of this video. How good a cheap brew is this? Not really cheap in price. I got a 6-pack, hold up the bottle, got a 6-pack of Kona Big Wave for $9.99, 6-pack. The brew, however, okay. It is very light, it is very crisp. What I find kind of alluring is right on the back end of it when you sip it or chug it. There is a little bit of citrus or a little fruitiness right on the back end of it. So that's kind of nice. However, there is a substantial amount of cheap taste to it. I sort of hearken it to maybe a Colt 45. It has a very, very thin, cheap taste to it. I do like that little citrus note on the end of it. That's nice. Thank you for all your suggestions for this. It ain't nothing to go out of your way for. I think you can get a comparable brew for cheaper than $10 a six pack. Hold up the bottle, they keep motioning for me to do. It's not bad. It doesn't taste bad, but again, I said it tastes kind of cheap. I wish it would be a little more full, a little more rounded, I guess. Not a whole lot of hops. I think I read somewhere that this is like a 21 IBU. IBUs are international bittering units. The lower the IBU, the less hoppy it is, the less bitter it is. And the higher the IBU, if you're like around 70, 80, 90, the excruciatingly bitter and hoppy it is. So this is around 20. Kind of surprised at that. It really doesn't taste hoppy. It's drinkable. I would get it a little colder than what I drank it. It's a hot day here. It's in the 80s. I think we're finally dropped down into the 70s. This could be a little colder. I would be interested to try this on tap. It's all right. But again, there are other brews that I think I would reach for before I reach for a Kona Big Wave. That being said is a term I don't like using, but I just did. So out of 5 stars, I'm going to put you Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha at a 2.1 out of 5 stars. So hey, thank you for checking out this channel. Thank you for your views, sub, and support. And thank you for your super thanks once again. I really appreciate that. I hope you check out some more of my brew reviews on this channel, and I hope you subscribe to it and view some more. That'd be awesome. In the meantime, it's a beautiful day here as we are sunsets in the beer garden in front of the Grand Fig and the smoldering fire pit. So you go grab yourself a brew and you drink that brew. Mahalo.